We're going to be talking about the exploration introduction today. But first, we need to know the difference between two words, exploration and colonization. In exploration, it is the act of searching or traveling around a terrain or a piece of land. And this is just looking for the natural resources that are there, and you're not staying there. In colonization, it is the act of settling new lands. This is for permanent residence. You're wanting to make a home here. And so that's the big difference. And there are usually three reasons for either one of these. And we'll get to those in a minute. The beginnings of exploration started really when Marco Polo found a new land route from Italy to China. And we call this the Silk Road. And what happened was it introduced many different products to Western Europe, such as spices and art and silk and gold. And after Marco Polo and what's called the Crusade, which is around 1200 to 1300 AD, the Renaissance began. And what the Renaissance word means is a new birth or new beginnings. And during the Renaissance, new ideas started popping up in science and in art and all kinds of different new things. And these new ideas allowed for exploration. New technologies were created. Bigger and stronger, faster boats were made. Better instruments for navigation. And then there was better map making and a better understanding of how to make maps. And then there were also new trainings. There was a guy named Prince Henry, and he was in Portugal, and he set up a school of navigation that brought all of the elements of navigation into one place, and they trained a lot of new sailors how to be explorers. And so, what countries explored? Well, there are four main countries, four main groups of people who explored. Spain, England, France, and Holland. And we'll call Holland the Netherlands as well. And we call these guys the big players. The big players. There are four of them. Spain, England, France, and Holland. Now, why did they explore? Well, there are three main reasons. We call them the three G's. God, gold, and glory. They were wanting to spread their religion. They were also looking for wealth, natural resources, things that they could use to trade or make money off of. And they were also looking for glory. Who could be more famous than the next? They were also looking for freedoms. And this is later on in the exploration period. But they were looking for freedoms. They were looking for religious freedoms. They were tired of the king telling them what they could worship and who they could worship and how they could worship. And so they wanted religious freedom. They were also looking for freedom of taxation. They were tired of being taxed so heavily. And so they were looking for freedoms from those two things. And then the opportunity for land was a great one. Because of the overcrowding in Europe and especially England, they were looking for a place to spread out and settle. That's the exploration introduction. We'll see you around.